What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing another Call of Duty slash Warzone video, but it's gonna be a little bit different. We're gonna be doing tiers of the best guns, the metas, um, how good they were, how overpowered they were. S tier with being the best, D with being one of the worst guns. We're really just gonna hop straight into it, and I'm excited about this one. It's gonna bring back a little bit of memories. This is pending the new Modern Warfare 3 and hopefully a new Warzone. I think they're bringing back Rebirth and Fortune's Keep. That's what it's called. So we're gonna get straight into it. We're gonna go the R9 shotgun. This is the doof doof. It's have fire on it. It was like a two shot, like a boom boom. And at one point this was crazy. At one point this was crazy, but it's crazy to say, but it's not even in the S tier. It's the A tier. The A tier gun. It was really good. Uh, it was crazy. The 725. Now the 725 in multiplayer. Oh my goodness, this gun was so crazy for so long. In Modern Warfare 2019, this gun was ridiculous. You put a sniper scope on it, it's a sniper. You can still use it up close. Like it was ridiculous. But we're not going off multiplayer. We're going off the simple fact of Warzone only. And I mean, it was C. It was mid. It was mid. It wasn't really nothing special. There's shotguns way better than it. So I might even put it in D. I'll put it in D. Origin. The Origin was pretty good. I don't think it was better than R9. The Origin was good for a minute, so we'll put it in B. That was a pretty good shotgun. The VOK was pretty good too. VOK was a pretty good shotgun that was used for a while. Now the AK-12 goes in A tier. You notice the thing with these shotguns, how they're all in great tiers except for maybe this one. Yeah, I think they did that on purpose, and oh my god, it used to make me rage with a lot of people. But the Jack 12 was crazy. It's an automatic shotgun, which is crazy, and it was overpowered. A lot of people used it. Like people that aren't good in the game, people who are good at the game used it, and it was unstoppable. It was hard to play against. The AN94 has to be one of the worst guns. It was not good at all. Maybe in multiplayer it was good for a little bit, but in Warzone, not good. It was trash. It was trash. AMAX, I'm stuck in between S and A. AMAX, if you shoot right, if you know how to hit your bullets, you know how to hit your shots, you know how to control the recoil, this gun was amazing. So I'm putting it in A. I'm put it at yeah. I'll put it in the middle of these shotguns. It's a very good gun. S tier, Growl. I don't have to really say no more. Growl is a goated gun and one of the most legendary, famous guns in Warzone 1 history. Like it was a great gun, outstanding gun. So I don't really have to say no more about this gun. Uh, crazy gun. You had to be there. Ram, I'm put the Ram right here in A tier. Ram was really good at one point, but it did die down. Um, that's why it's in A. It was good, just like the Growl for a long time. Really famous. A lot of people used it. But when they nerfed it, nobody used it at all. Like not a lot of people used it. But that's the thing with the Growl. Even when it got nerfed, people still used it. It was still good. Like yeah, it was just a really good gun. Kilo, Kilo has to go in the front of A. Almost it's borderline S tier. But it has to go in A. And the reason why is because it was more on the weaker side. It had no recoil. It's a really good gun, but It's a little on the weaker side. It's almost on the level of the Growl, but not really. It's like a level down. Yeah. So the Odin, the Odin has to go in D tier. Just not really a weapon that people use unless you were just trying to be funny or have some fun. I mean, it wasn't really something that oh, I'm gonna run the Odin. Nah, you're not running the Odin. You're just fucking around if you run the Odin. Excuse my language. M13, M13 is gonna go in B. I had this in B. Just like the Kilo, a little bit on the weaker side. No recoil. A lot of people like this gun. A lot of people use this gun. Maybe as like a sniper support gun, like a SMG on steroids, or they used it as an AR. I mean, it was good, but it's just not really my cup of tea. The M4 in multiplayer was my thing, but Warzone, kind of like the M13, it was just kind of not my thing. In Warzone, it just there's guns way better than it, and I think it ranks about B, and that's the farthest I can give it. The FFAR or the FR56, trash. Just unusable, really. I mean, if you running this gun, you're doing it as like a gun challenge, or you're a bot. Like you're not running this gun. The AK, hold on, let me see. Is this the Cold War AK? No, that's not. Okay. The Cold War guns are there. The AK here, I'm gonna have to put it the top of D. Wasn't really so disappointment, It was the in multiplayer. The AK was the first gun I almost had a nuke with. I almost had a nuke with the AK in Modern Warfare 2019 with this gun, but in Warzone it's just disappointment. Not really. It's one of the most famous guns of all time in the world. Everybody knows what an AK-47 is. Even if you don't know about guns, you know what an AK-47 is. It's one of the most famous guns in COD history and in the world. A lot of different countries and people use AK still to this day. But yeah, it was a disappointment. This gun is always supposed to be well famous gun and a gun that's good, but it wasn't good at all, and it was disappointing. The Scar has to be here too. Just not a very good gun. It was powerful, but like, who wants to use that really? The FFAL, I'm gonna put this in C, just because if you have a good trigger finger, I mean, it's a fun gun to use. Like, it's not unviable. It's not unbearable to the point where you can't use it at all. Like, if you have a trigger finger, you can really have some fun with that gun. So I'm gonna put it in C. The FARA I'm gonna put at the top of B. The FARA was a very good gun for a long time. It was a meta for a long time, and for good reason. It was a good gun. But I think it's in the same category as these two guns here. The LC10, and I actually really liked the LC10. Even in multiplayer, it was meta. It was the best SMG. But even in Warzone, I liked it a little bit, man. I pick it up off the ground and use it as ground loot. It was good. It was hidden. I make a class with it. It was good. This is kind of like towards the beginning of Rebirth and all that. But yeah, when they first integrated Cold War into it, yeah, man, I like this gun a little bit. It was hitting a little bit. The ISO in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 is good, but this one here was trash. It was trash. It was bad. M91, putting it here because who's gonna really use SMG like that, especially the Modern Warfare SMGs? Not really that good. The Fennec, I'll put it in C. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and I'll put it in C. I mean, it hit sometimes, and sometimes it didn't. Sometimes it was hidden, sometimes it wasn't. So I'm put it there. The striker has to go with the ISO, man. It's just not really it. Wasn't really that good. P90 is gonna go in C tier. It's an average gun. It's a mid gun. Nothing really too special about it. The AUG is gonna go in C tier as well. Average gun. Not really nothing special about it. Boring. Not really fun to use, in my opinion. Same with the P90. Not really fun to use. It wasn't really a fun gun to use. So yeah. The Bison. Now the Bison goes C tier above these two. This gun was actually fun to use. It was different. Like if you want to just be different, run the Bison. It was a good gun, underrated gun. Not a lot of people use it. I've never seen anybody use it actually, and I mean I liked it. It was a pretty good gun. MP7 has to go like right here, B tier. Very good gun. Had a lot of fun with that gun, man. It was a good gun, but unfortunately it got overshadowed by one of the greatest guns in Warzone history, the MP5. Man, the MP5, everybody used it. The Modern Warfare 2019 MP5 might be the greatest MP5 in COD history, and I don't say that lightly. I say that confidently because my goodness, this gun was ridiculous. Even at the end of Warzone, even when this gun was like kind of an afterthought with the Cold War integration and the Vanguard integration, this gun was still crazy. Crazy gun. It's one of my favorite guns. The combos with the obsidian camo on this gun. Miss this gun, man. It was a legendary gun. Definitely had a lot of fun with this. Now, if we're talking about search and destroy, the Uzi would be here, but in Warzone, I put it where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I'll put it at the end of B. It was a good gun, very good gun, very fun to use. The way like the reload, the way it sounded, it was good, man. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Riot shield, D tier. Combat knife, D tier. If you're using those, then you're just weird. Sorry. Unless you're these knives only. Hey, you're not, then you're just weird. I get out of here with that. PKM, D. Cali sticks, S. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you think why would you put it? Like if you never played this game during the time of the Cali sticks meta, you would think like why is sticks in the top class? Why is it an S tier if it's just some sticks? No, man. You don't even understand. You had to be there. But like the Cali sticks were probably the most overpowered thing. It was overpowered. It was ridiculous. It was dumb. It was like a boom, boom, boom. Like if you got hit with those, man, you were dead. If you're in a close range gunfight with somebody who has Cali sticks, you're not winning. It doesn't matter. You're not winning because they get all the aim assist in the world. You could be behind their back and they'll still get aim assist and snap towards you and kill you. So it was ridiculous, man. It was a ridiculous time, a frustrating time because everybody ran them. You know, just to be toxic and a rat, everybody ran this class, and it was ridiculous, man. But every time when I run it, I'd never get that same energy. It'd be a whole totally different story when I was running it, man. I could never have no aim assist like that or anything, so it was like, it's ridiculous, man. RPG, D. Pila, D. Joker, D. I know this was like a big thing when Warzone first came out, but I wasn't really playing Warzone like that when it really came out and it was like meta. But I know that's like a meta. Strela D. We're doing the pistols. This is a good. I really like this pistol. I really like this pistol when you first landed. When you landed with this pistol, I was so excited. I like this pistol, so I'm putting it in. Um, I'm putting it in A. The 1911. The 1911. Is this the? This is the. I think this is the. This is the Modern Warfare one. The Modern Warfare one I did not like. I didn't like that one. D, the Deagle, D, M19. For pistols, put it into C. MG38. The Renetti. I like the Renetti. I'm putting it B. I really like the Renetti. I liked it more than the M19. Not as much as the X16. That was my favorite ground loop pistol. The AX50. I'll put it into C. It was alright. Dragunov D trash. HDR. HDR when it had its meta was legit, man. I'll put it right here. I'll put it in the tail end of B. The right text had fire bullets or explosion bullets, something like that. It was kind of crazy, but I'll put this in the middle of C tier. It was kind of crazy, man. It had fire bullets. I think I'm thinking of the right gun. I think that's what I'm thinking of. The EBR, bad. The car, S tier. S tier. Car was one of the most fun guns to use. Sorry, people are walking by real quick. Car, one of the most fun guns to use. Really had a good time using this gun. A lot of people use this gun. Everybody uses this gun. If you play Warzone, you at least use this gun once. If you haven't, you missed out. You missed out big time. Because this gun was really fun to use. One of the most fun guns to use in this game. A lot of my videos have a car in it. I don't know if I really used it like that in the videos, but I'm using one in the car, and I really like using that all the time. I run that with any kind of gun, a SMG, AR, and it was just kind of the thing to do. It's a fun thing to do, and it, had a lot of fun doing that. The carbine, D, crossbow, put it C. Just because it was kind of fun to use. The SKS, D, S8, nope, D, SPR, I put the SPR about right here. Really, dog? Always when I'm recording. He always wants to do that when I'm recording. Always. The Sigma. Trash. The knife. Put it here. Trash. Sledgehammer. No. RPG. No. The China Lake. No. The Howler. I think the Howler was kind of good for a little bit. But the Gallo. We'll put the Gallo right here. It's not better than the Origin, I don't think, but it was pretty good. The Howler, we're gonna put this here. The Street Sweeper wasn't better than the Striker, but we'll put it right here. The Holger was decent. It was decent. It was alright. The M19, this might have been my favorite pistol, man. Just because you can use your trigger finger and you can make it shoot faster. You know, the X16, you can't really use your trigger finger. It just shoots the way it shoots. But with this pistol, you can, so it was a really good, fun pistol to land with. I always wanted to land with that pistol. Now the Diamatti, hold on, I'm not done with that. The Diamatti goes right here. The Diamatti was crazy. You land with this pistol, it was OP. OP. Every time we land with this pistol, man, it was either a great time or a bad time, man. You didn't really need ground loot if you had this pistol. To be honest, you really didn't need ground loot. The stoner was crazy, man. Stoner was crazy for a minute. Stoner was crazy. Has to be above these here. Stoner's in A tier. Has to be. It's crazy. It was a crazy meta. The RPD, RPD is gonna go in D. It's gonna go right here. Just the M60, the War Pig. War Pig goes right there. Yeah. M82 there. The Tundra. Now the Tundra is gonna get put into. We're gonna have the Tundra. We'll put it in that. We'll put it in C tier. Put it in C tier above the AX50. I think it's better than the AX50. I personally didn't really like the Tundra, but a lot of people did. The Pellington, same thing. We're gonna put it in C tier. It's better than the AX50, I think. Warzone, and we're gonna put it there. Now the DMR might be the best meta of all time. DMR goes right here. It goes right there. Has to. And we're gonna put the MP5 above the growl. Might even put the Cali sticks just because what the weapon is. It's not even a real gun, but how overpowered it was. I think it has to go. Might even have to go second. I think I'm gonna put it second. It was ridiculous. It was really ridiculous. The Bruin was good for a while too. It was a cool little meta. We'll put that the Bruin right here, right there, B tier. It was a pretty good gun, pretty fun to use. The AUG has to go to A tier. This meta was crazy as well. Wait, what? Oh, there it goes. Like that. Right here. Put that there. And yeah, I'd put it right there in A tier. It was a crazy gun, a burst gun, but it was ridiculous. M16, the AUG was better, but M16 was very good too. It was a very good meta. We'll put that. What are you doing? Put that right here. This meta was good too. It was really good. But I think the AUG was better. Why do I keep doing that? The Type 63 trash. The Cold War MP5 was not the Modern Warfare one, but we'll give it some love. It was still good. I think it deserves to maybe be like right here. Yeah, I think it deserves to be about right there. It was a good gun still, but the what you call it was still good, better, the Modern Warfare one. The Milano, I have to put the Milano in A tier. This was one of my favorite guns. I gotta put it here. The Milano was crazy, man. You can use it as an SMG. You could use it as an AR. You put a scope on it, you could use it as an AR. It was still effective. It was still as effective. It was almost more or the same effectiveness of an AR. So it was a really good fun. It was a really fun gun to use. The AK-74U. We'll put it about. I think it ranks. Has to go. Has to go here. Yeah, like that. Has to go to front of C tier. I mean, it was. It's not your first option. Nobody's gonna want to be like AK-74U. God damn it, I can't talk. Nobody's gonna want to use that gun, but then, it's a cool gun to use. It was not that bad. It was not a bad gun to use. KSP trash. Bullfrog. Bullfrog was my baby. Bullfrog has to. Bullfrog has to go in A tier. It's an A tier level gun, I think. Bullfrog was crazy, man. The movement, uh, everything about the gun, man. Mac 10, the Schmack. The Schmack has to go. Oh shoot, the Schmack has to go in S tier. The Schmack was crazy at one point. The Schmack was crazy. Schmack has to go in S tier. S tier level gun for sure. The Groza. The Groza hit, man. The Groza was an underrated gun. So I have to put it. I have to put it in here. The Groza was good. It was a good gun to use. The Finn. The Finn was had its time. It had its time, but I mean, the FFAR. Now this gun, man, this might be one of my favorite guns of all time. If you haven't seen my other video about the COD tier list, ranking the games, I put Cold War as B, and this is the reason why. You got 3 S tier guns. We got 6 A tier guns. This game had some guns that were really fun to use, really just legendary in the Warzone community. The Krig was a very good gun as well. The Krig has to go. I think it's better than the Farah in my opinion. So it's going to the top of B tier. It's a very fun gun to use. No recoil. I mean, a lot of these Cold War guns had no recoil on them. It was very easy to control, very fun to use. The Krig was a fun gun to use. The AK in Cold War was one of my favorite ARs to use. Because of that, it has to go A tier. I can't see it going anywhere but A tier. The AUG, just because of the AUG has to be there. Has to. The AK, crazy fun gun to use, and man, I loved it. I loved it so much. Wait, what? They have 2 Faras in here. Oh, that's why. The XM4 was a fun gun to use too, man. These Cold War guns were so good. They were so good. They were so fun. Shoot, I have to put it here. The XM4 was a goated gun, man. And then if you had that camo with the like the caution tape on it, you put like a gold or diamond, dark matter if you had it. Look sick. You run this as a sniper support. You can run this as an SMG. You can run it as an AR. Like this gun was, oh my god, it was one of my favorite guns to use. I know I said that about a lot of guns, but that gun was pretty good, man. This one, the QBZ. The QBZ is gonna go like next to the Groza. I mean, it's like the same kind of thing in my opinion. Like the same kind of guns. I always used to get those mixed up, but they're about the same. Decent. Model's trash. The AS Val has to go. We're gonna put the AS Val in B tier. We're gonna put the AS Val about right here. AS Val was pretty good in Warzone, but this is the tier list. Um, I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody could agree with all these guns in D tier. These guns were not that good. Not a lot of people use these guns. These guns were trash. I mean, if you probably first started playing the game when it was like, if you're an OG, maybe you use some of these guns in Warzone, but like when the game got rolling, when the game was at its peak, nobody was using these guns. Let's be honest. Unless it was ground loot, nobody was using these guns, and some of these guns were ground loot and they were trash. Like after you died a couple times in Rebirth, when it was like the fourth, fifth circle or something like that, you would land with the ISO, and the ISO was trash. It was trash. Same thing with the striker. You would land with the striker, and it was trash. And like you land with this pistol, trash. You might even be, you might not even be able to be alive. Um, C tier. C tier is like mid level guns. It's like they're cool. Like they're cool to use, but like I'm not gonna use this all the time. This is like a once in every while thing. Like when I'm bored, when I don't feel like using the good guns, I put on one of these guns and just have some fun with them. So that's what these are. Not really anything too special. B tier is like the we're starting to get into the juicy, like the good guns. They're not great, but they're some of these are really really good and fun to use. Krieg was one of my favorite guns to use. I used that for a while, man. That was one of my favorite guns to use in multiplayer, and um, that's the CDL gun, the Krieg. The Krieg was the CDL gun, and the AK-74U was the CDL gun. They use that in their tournaments and in the pro league. So I used this gun a lot. It was fun in both Warzone and multiplayer. Um, XM4, man, was a very very fun gun to use. It wasn't the best gun, but for some reason it was just really fun to use because it was so versatile. A lot of these Cold War guns are versatile. Like they can really do multiple things. It's not just an AR. This gun was an SMG as well, and it really played well on that map. It really was fun to use. MP5 Cold War One, underrated gun, but it was really better if you had those iron sights. Not the original iron sights that it came with, but like if you had a bundle, and it came with those split iron sights. That was the best version of it. It was a fun gun to use, but I mean, it wasn't the best. It wasn't better than the Cold War. I mean, the Modern Warfare one, but it was pretty good. And then we get to the A tier. The A tier is really some dominant guns, some guns that really had a strong period of time, strong influence on people. A lot of these guns bring back great memories. A lot of these guns bring back terrible memories because we all been killed by these guns. We all had our times. There's some of the guns that aren't in here, like the MG82. That gun would probably be S tier. What other gun? The EM2 would be in my A tier. The C58 would be in my A tier. Really great guns that came along the way. Bullfrog, one of my favorite guns ever. I really love this gun so much. AK, one of my favorite ARs to use all time. Mac 10, and then we get to S tier. S tier is just dominance. The the kings of it all. The DMR, one of the most broken guns ever in Call of Duty history. The Cali 6, not even a gun, one of the most overpowered weapon of all time. Not being a gun. This doesn't shoot bullets, but it's better than bullets. Like 9 times out of 10, you see Cali 6, you better run away. You don't want to fight that unless you're far away. But like if you're close range, if you're in prison and you see Cali 6, just get out of the way. Don't even try to fight them because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna lose. MP5 was a legendary gun, man. The same with the Growl, the Car as well, and the Mac 10 and the FFAR. Some great guns, man. So Warzone had some great guns at its peak. I really think this was the peak of the game when Cold War and Modern Warfare was integrated. Um, Had a lot of fun using these guns. Brought back some memories. And shoot, man, it was just fun using these guns. It really was. But I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And see you in the next one.